Hey team, welcome back. This video is a look at elf mages, or introverted thinking, TI, as it is abbreviated. What is an elf mage? Well, elf mages are introverted thinkers. So they use introverted thinking as their dominant cognitive function, how they live in the world. It's a cognitive function that makes an evaluation about logical and emotionally detached information based on subjective experiences. So it's part of your mental wiring that makes decisions, makes evaluations. And what it uses to do that is logical information, not emotions, not personal values or anything like that. And it's based on your subjective experiences. So from your own personal past and your own personal understanding of how things are. Do you often ask, does this make sense to me? Do you prefer to take apart ideas and things to make sure everything makes technical sense? Might be an elf mage. Introverted thinking. Some stereotypes are the know-it-all type character, technical genius, an unfeeling, robotic, masculine person, void of feelings and emotions, stereotypically, okay? Technically, subjective, unemotional, reasoning focused. So it's subjective, meaning that it's from your personal experiences, looking through this lens of your own experiences, and it's unemotional reasoning. So it's not looking at emotions, it's looking at details and facts and technical understandings. It consults inner understanding, like I just said. Making sure that you understand it personally is the biggest thing for an introverted thinker. Accuracy. So you can see introverted thinkers kind of go back into their head and search and try to find the perfect word to describe the situation. And it's not only words, but it's also just perfect ideas, and they're looking through this mental model of how things are based on their knowledge so that they can explain it, or at least understand it for themselves. And to do that, they need to have logical analysis. Emotions cloud the analysis. Elf mages. Well, elves are beings with improved sight and hearing. They have long lifespans and they use reverie. So improved sight and hearing means that from a distance you're trying to understand it before you actually act or interact with it. So they're trying to take in more information before they interact. They have a long lifespan, naturally immortal, right? So they live 1,000+ years, and they have time to fully delve into their interests and get a good grip on those interests and things in the world around them. Not broad and like I want to understand everything around, but like car engines specifically, everything about that. Reverie is their form of sleep, so it's kind of going back into your head, looking through your past experiences and reliving those. You do that enough with a long enough lifespan and you get these archetypes and impressions of how things should be, and then you can interact with those. You can put those over top of the situation and then get a better understanding. Mages are strategists. They use magic, and their main stat is intellect. As a strategist, you want to know how pieces work, how things work, more than looking at the emotions and health bars of people. You want to know, like, does this monster resist fire? Okay, shouldn't use fire. Magic, they have big mana pools. They make decisions, and those decisions cost resources. So they need the mana to use their abilities. And they use intellect, so the more understanding they have, the more abilities they can use, and just the better decisions they can make, and the more often they can make well-informed decisions. I made a pre-made character, and this pre-made character is for those who are not introverted thinkers or elf mages, or do not know any elf mages. Once again, I'm going to torture myself with the names. Just deal with it. Thank you. The pre-made character I made, his name is Tiruthian Hadir. He's an elf mage, caster, uses damaging magic, and his stat allocation is intellect, like I just explained. So, Tiruthian and his family were imprisoned by orcs. The orcs tortured and killed his parents in front of a crowd during a long, drawn-out ceremony. Tiruthian was young at the time and was released so he could tell others of the orcs' acts. On his long venture home, crying and furious, he swore that he would get revenge and find a way to destroy the orcs. At that moment, he fell to the ground and entered a deep slumber. In his dream, his parents came to him and told him to follow the ways of magic to bring justice to the orcs. Tiruthian gave away all his possessions and became an apprentice of Tulor Elenethran, a high sorcerer. Tulor allowed him to study and practice in the Tower of Ages, the largest library and repository of magic and knowledge of the world. Tulor pushed him to study hard and learn everything about the inner workings of magic. Tiruthian delved deep into his studies, so deep that he began to lose track of time as well as his handle on reality. Naming, categorizing, and improving spells became second nature. After hundreds of years of devotion to his studies, his parents came back to him in a dream and urged him to broaden his search for the true nature of magic. Now, he expands his search to understand all there is about magic and bring justice to the orcs. He makes well-researched, logical efforts to solve problems and improve his group's odds in combat. For him, magic and knowledge have become a way of understanding the true nature of the world. Without a perfect model of the world, he believes we cannot truly gain power and control our lives. So that is an elf mage, a look at one elf mage. And they are not geomancers like the dwarf mages. They use arcane from within. So some abilities: amplify magic. Increase understanding by finding that one piece of information that makes everything click. Arcane brilliance. Logical analysis. Mages love to learn and have an uncanny ability to focus specifically on gathering information about the subject of interest. Blink. Step back and analyze the situation. When combat starts and an elf mage's gears turn on, they immediately take a step back and analyze objectively in order to gain a deeper understanding. Clairvoyance. Radical honesty. Elf mages look for accuracy in situations. Elf mages will often illuminate an area for their allies to see the truth. Mirror image. Make an internal replica of a system, model, or theory to experiment with. Explain how something works, and see if new information fits. Remove corruption. Remove an inaccuracy. Mages are quick to notice factual discrepancies or logical flaws, and are often more than willing to point them out using the wealth of information that they have gathered. Keys to the elf mage. Makes holistic models of complex systems. Improves systems. Makes sense of data. Searches for logical accuracy and technical understanding. Your quest. Have you met an elf mage? Are you one? Here's a quote from Bruce Lee. Use only that which works, and take it from any place you can find it. In the United States, it's 8.7% of the population that are introverted thinkers or elf mages, according to the Myers-Briggs.org website. So this was a look at elf mages, introverted thinking or TI. Thank you very much for watching, as always, and good luck, have fun.